Sveiki. Guten Tag. Hey everybody, how you doing? I'm gonna ask a question. Once it comes live, it should be showing that I'm live. Live. Yeah, and then I select public and it does it just for friends. I'm gonna start. Little musical intro. New song I'm working on, but I've got something else that is going to be the topic of today's live. I'm actually, so many of you know that if we go over to YouTube, if we go into my history and where's the TH? Show full history and TH. Where's my TH? Here we go. So, yeah,
You
right, we're accidentally doing
let's make sure people see it.
Actually doing an ad.
Ways to pronounce TH.
So, some of you know, and then I clap. It's pretty neat. I clap, and then it's like edited into
Okay,
code.
fine.
So here I teach the TH sound,
You know, underneath.
right? So I am the standard American English accent elimination teacher in the Vocal Image app. We are currently one of the top 10 educational apps in Europe, which is awesome. The app is awesome. The experience is awesome. We're just getting our YouTube channel going. You can see we only have about 3,000 subscribers. You can download the app, and we're already getting positive reviews. So if you go to your app stores, etc., check out the Vocal Image app, but I have something else to ask. I'm trying to create a text description for the H sound. You can see here, I'm showing with my hands how to make the TH sound. So one of the ways that I've even helped Asian people were from their r to do la la la, and they're like, oh my god, I can say Larry, instead of saying Frühlingslolle, which is from German. I've taught Asian people how to say R's and L's. I actually have done that. And I do it by showing la la, right? And here the TH, the tongue comes th. All right. A lot of times when there's a long lead in, people don't pay attention long enough to get to the question. I have to do a text description, and for a lot of the sounds that that are in these lessons, I think that the text descriptions are amazing. F, master the voiceless labiodental fricative F consonant sound, and if I make it smaller, you'll see. Yeah, gently place your upper teeth onto your lower lip. Then use your intercostal rib muscles and diaphragm to generate air pressure in your musculature, guiding the release of the breath through the small openings between your teeth and your lower lip. Muscles, if done properly, the sound of the turbulence is a flowing, whooshing f sound, similar to the sound of an ocean wave, a breeze through the leaves, or a flowing river. That's the kind of concentrated, specific text-based instruction that you see in the Vocal Image app. You should see the the other exercises, they're really good. That's I mean, that's I think we just went from 400,000 to 500,000 users. It's for people who aren't happy with their voices. It's really cool. You can do like, you can even do masculine, like you can just be like, okay, I want a more manly voice, or I want a more feminine voice, I want a sexier voice, or I want a clearer voice. I want to sound more confident. It's a really, really good tool, and the exercises are super high quality. And so because I want to continue the vocal image level, I'm sitting here going, okay, well, Wikipedia says that H is a voiceless glottal fricative. And I'm reading that and I'm going, glottal, we epiglottis back here, right? Behind the soft palate, not even velar, right? Glottal, behind, right? And you're like, oh, like, what's that? Oh, I'm not going to say, oh, right? Now, like, I guess it's like Süddeutsch, right? So H used to be that low and that far back. And then you're like, fricative, okay. So even it says in some languages it has the constricted manner of the H sound of articulation of a fricative. La 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 la, because there's no other constriction to produce friction in the vocal tract in the languages they're familiar with. La, la, many phoneticians no longer consider H to be a fricative. And does not describe the location, all la 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 la, so it's not really glottal either. All right, so it's not glottal and it's not fricative, so it's just voiceless. And apparently people have been debating about this since the 19th century. So Martin Kloster-Jensen in 1991 has traced the origin of the view that H is a glottal fricative back to the German scholar Brücke. According to Martin Kloster-Jensen, this wrong view has been repeated in the manuals of phonetics since then and appears again in the new IPA consonant chart. I'm going to say that the German scholar Brücke probably was talking about, right, was actually talking about a glottal fricative. That's a little bit further along, but in Russian there's chlieb. Now in German there's h and and right? There's h and there's a higher one and dunkel, darker one, and a heller one. None of those are the right ones for American English. Then it turns into what to call it. Now, I don't want to be go away from the larger description of our colleagues here, but a lot of descriptions like it's a voiceless glottal fricative consonant. Well, it's not. It's voiceless, right? It's not really glottal. It's not really fricative. So right now, I've come up with calling the H sound, hold on, I'm calling it a voiceless laryngeal near fricative aspirate. I don't know if that's ever been, here, let's go this. Let's go laryngeal near fricative aspirate. Let's see if, I don't even think that, we're not going to find that combination anywhere in the world. Nah. So nowhere in the world is there that. Let's just try laryngeal. Nope. Let's try near fricative. Is there such a thing as near fricative? Okay, so there are Laryngeal Glide. So there are near fricatives. Not many. laryngeal aspirates. So what I'm doing images for laryngeal. Oh, 1 second. Surgery. We're doing linguistic surgery, everybody. We really are. Laryngeal. If you can feel it all the way down. But then it like, see, another part of it is, watch this. Aha, ha. I'm doing an A form with my phonation chamber. Watch this. He. He's a great guy. He. And you stay sort of in an E formation. Oh, ho, 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 ho. Ho cakes for everybody. Ho, ho, ho. If you know the reference, put it in the comments below. But he, ho. Oh my gosh, they're different H's, right? So what do you call that? Not a combinant. You call it a glide. I think you call it a glide then. What's the one where it takes on? Where's the one where there's talking about the Turkish? Come on. Glide or approximate? Power would, I think that's more of a glide. What is a glide versus an approximate? What is a glide in phonetics? What is an approximant in phonetics? Come on. Glides are those sounds that have vowel-like qualities. Liquids, glides. Semi-vowel. Airstream is frictionless and is modified. Oh boy, what's the difference between a glide and a semi-vowel? Glides include speech sounds where the airstream is frictionless and modified by the position of the tongue and lips. Buoyant. That's how semi-vowels follow a vowel in the syllable. The term glide is used to include H. The laryngeal glides would not be called semivowels. Come on. So H could be a glide. I am and glides are those sounds that have vowel-like qualities. I don't think H has a vowel-like quality. Again, some programs are going to teach WH voiced and unvoiced. I don't think that's vowel-like. Green dots. An approximate in phonetics is a sound that is produced by bringing one articulator in the vocal tract close to another without, however, causing audible friction. Approximates include semivowels such as the y, yes, and the w and war, right? W. So that, without causing audible friction, so H cannot be an approximate because there's definitely friction. Okay, but can it be a glide? Aha. Is that a glide? Aha. Aha. I'm kind of okay with laryngeal, near fricative, aspirate. But the thing is, well, I don't know how you could even get to friction back in there because you can't. You can't touch it. You can do this, and you can do this, right? So you can create sibilants, and it's almost sibilant. You also want to call it near sibilant. Low sibilants. So I just figured I'd ask my audience. Right now, I think I'm going to call it a voiceless laryngeal, near fricative aspirate. Not going to call it glottal, because then you're going to be like, and what else am I not going to call it? I'm calling it a near fricative. It's definitely pulmonic. It's voiceless. What's interesting though is you can be like, hello, my name is, where are you from? It's always a whisper. And the interesting thing is, listen, if you pronounce an H sound, you can do it breathing in. So that's also an interesting aspect of the American H sound. Wait, kleb. So like an aspirated breath in, like the surprise, the sound that you make when you're surprised. When you breathe out on that phonation chamber, the phonation chamber of surprise. I am working on a text description for the H sound. I'm not going to show like a ton of them right now, but let's do voiced alveolar sibilant Z consonant sound. And gently move the tip of your tongue towards your alveolar ridge. Use your intercostal. Should I go a little smaller so that I can read? If I started, I guess I should. Super duper small, but use your intercostal rib muscles and diaphragm to generate air pressure that you will voice and direct along the center of your tongue onto and past your alveolar ridge and then onto the back of your teeth. Vibrate your vocal cords, modifying the amount and type of hiss versus buzz in your Z sound by moving your tongue from an alveolar position to a position closer to your teeth, which would be dental, right? So you can go all different kinds of Z's, right? You can go super duper sharp as well. And I write, find just the right spot. Remember that your individual body can make sounds in individual ways. Find the right position for you using your ears and senses and by recording and re-recording your voice and listening back to monitor your progress. I will definitely place my how-tos for Z's up against Wikipedia, Encyclopedia Britannica, Institutes for Clear Speech. There's an Oxford Institute for Speech and something, voice pathology, I think, something like that. I will definitely put the vocal image texts up to stand shoulder to shoulder with those texts, so that, you know, it's the point is that I'm basically saying we've got good texts too. I actually think that I'm concentrating on making the vocal image texts, the text descriptions, the best how-to descriptions in the world, period. I think I'm outdoing Wikipedia. Wikipedia has its uses. It's very, very interesting because it's edited and it's changed, but it's not a how-to. It just describes the feature. And there's also there's some kind of a language pack somewhere around, and I think we're outdoing that language pack as well. Clearly, we're competing. Like, we want to be the best. We want to deliver the best value and the best instruction at an incredibly reasonable price. The speech recovery thing for people who have experienced heart attacks, I'm actually not sure if it's completely done yet in the Vocal Image app, but it's such an amazing and heartfelt and sincere project to help people who've lost speech recover their speech, with the help of a handheld vocal coach. And of course, it's fantastic to be able to afford someone that comes to you and does the therapy with you. But if you can't afford the therapy, to be able to use a phone, and hold it in your hands and have the coach help you recover your speech at a fraction of the cost of what, an in-person coach would cost, that's a real wholesome and powerful use of mobile phone technology. So that was something that I was really, really looking for. I was looking for a project that's mobile, that's not destructive, the way that it's addictive and kind of harming children. I didn't like that at all, right? Creating sort of the whole of the addiction pathways for kids, and those kind of neural markers, the dopamines and serotonin and the endorphin kicks. Helping people recover speech is it's a really valuable project. So if you have any friends that are linguists, and you have some suggestions for how to describe the H sound better than voiceless glottal fricative, please let me know, and I will put a link to the Vocal Image app in the comments section below, along with, and I don't know when you're watching this, you might be watching this when this offer is no longer available, but I will also put a link in where, at least while I'm recording this, you can get 50% off. It's a big discount. Okay. All right, everyone. Thank you for your time and attention. And let me know if you have any suggestions for how to describe the H sound, the American English H sound, using text only. Okay. Take care. Bye-bye.